about this matter. The Minister of Foreign Affairs has been on top of these issues with his Guatemalan counterpart. There are about, I think he said, some 10 or 12 agreements at various levels that are being signed, hopefully before the end of this year, to deal with those things, to deal with movement of people across. There's a healthy cooperation going on with the Guatemalan government to try to stem some of these things, because the government of Guatemala also recognizes that this is an issue that they don't want to become explosive. As you know, I think 2 or maybe 3 or 4 times Guatemalans have been shot by Belizean security personnel, etc., which has resulted in a hue and cry in Guatemala. And in Belize, for us, we also have our territorial integrity and our independence and our sovereignty to protect. So it's a delicate issue, but I know that Cabinet has spent quite a bit of time discussing the whole holistic issue, not just the Satiro issue. What I will say, though, is that as far as our security people are concerned, we continue to maintain that we don't and will not have our people threatened, and we will not have our people hurt, and we want to protect our people. And I know that in the last incident that had occurred, that was the report that the particular person who came across and was shot was aggressive, and that our people had to do what they had to do to protect themselves and to ensure that he could be deterred. I think the Guatemalans are fairly at this point satisfied with that report, and so it continues.
Talking about that last incident that occurred some 6 months ago, where Thomas Ramirez, a Guatemalan national, was shot on Belizean soil, the government had made a decision to actually give compensation to the family in that matter. Would you support or push government to do the same regarding this Belizean police officer that was killed yesterday?
Well, clearly, we have to look after our people. The issue, though, is different. You have to realize that in that case, that was a compassionate payment. I think government looked at it and said, okay, this is a poor citizen, and yes, while that citizen was on the wrong side of the border and there were issues with him, I think government's collective idea was make a compassionate payment. With respect to a Belizean, the same would obtain, I am sure, and I would hope, because our people are also very important to us and more important to us.